You've undoubtedly loaded one of these if you've ever placed an order at Starbucks. Between October and December, Starbucks placed about $3 billion worth of value onto these cards. That's a lot of money, I mean. In fact, Starbucks has amassed so much cash that, if it were a bank, it would be the 385th largest in the nation. And it's money that Starbucks gets to keep up front, before any goods are even bought. If someone decides to use it, it becomes a burden eventually, and you'll find that in many gift card systems, there are a lot of people who never use it. How significant are Starbucks gift cards and mobile app to its bottom line? And how does technology contribute to its continuous development? The economics of Starbucks are as follows. The first Starbucks started in downtown Seattle in 1971 as a small, unassuming coffee house. After 50 years, that shop is still open, but Starbucks has grown into a major global player in the coffee industry. When it comes to market capitalization, Starbucks is only surpassed by McDonald's. They are therefore a major force in the restaurant business as a whole. Early on, Starbucks' growth was gradual and restricted to Seattle. The Starbucks we know today didn't really get started until the original proprietor sold the business to its then marketing director, Howard Schultz, in 1987. Schultz started extending Starbucks outside of the city and popularized the espresso, a then unknown Italian beverage, among Americans. They were actually established in the tradition of coffee shops, where each drink is made by hand and according to order. That has become more challenging as Starbucks has expanded. According to Starbucks, they currently produce more than 170,000 different drink variations. These drinks can be really intricate. These might take some time. They may consume a wide variety of substances. Hence, it benefits Starbucks. Moreover, these drinks are frequently more expensive. However, baristas can be exceedingly challenging on staff members. Early investments made by the corporation in espresso have resulted in a variety of distinctive drinks, including the Frappuccino and the Pumpkin Spice Latte. Pumpkin Spice Latte, give me a high five. They had no idea it would get on the way it did, but it's obvious that it's become something of a global phenomenon. Pumpkin was introduced to spice by us, this Starbucks. Whether it's just an iced coffee or a nitro coffee, or all these cold foam and cold brewed drinks, cold beverages have grown much more crucial to Starbucks as the company has evolved. The company has seen periods where Frappuccino sales have slowed down, but they have developed other cold drinks to keep customers interested in placing orders. This is becoming an increasingly significant contributor to their revenue. Technology has been a major factor in the shifting prominence, in large part because of the company's Seattle origin. The launch of its mobile app in 2009, which was fairly early for one of these kinds of apps, was a crucial turning point in that. They actually perceived this to be a digital flywheel. By the end of 2021, roughly 1/4 of all Starbucks orders in the US were placed on mobile devices. Many of those orders were placed using a virtual Starbucks gift card, which was formerly the only method for customers to place phone orders. Now, 44% of all purchases made at Starbucks are made using a Starbucks card, or little under half of all transactions. In fact, Starbucks claims that so many of its customers utilize their Starbucks cards or the Starbucks mobile app to make purchases that the company currently has $2.4 billion in customer uploaded cash on hand. More than that amount is held in deposits at numerous American banks. Also, Starbucks gains a lot of data from that. They control a significant portion of that data in a way that few other businesses can, since they have established a full ecosystem in which customers utilize the Starbucks app, place mobile orders, and are integrated with the company's proprietary system. Starbucks' focus has changed from a business standpoint as mobile payments increase. Before the pandemic, almost 80% of Starbucks orders in the US were placed via drive-thru or mobile device. Although it began in cities, Starbucks has since expanded to include suburbs across the nation. Many of those transactions take place in drive-thrus. The company's bottom line is becoming more and more dependent on these alternative pickup choices. In particular during the pandemic. As customers could easily wait up and leave without having to walk inside a real cafe, these outlets have been a lifeline for Starbucks. Since its inception, Starbucks has maintained that it remains committed to a set of ideals. Even at its drive-thru, Starbucks is devoted to attempting to forge a bond with its patrons through its baristas. On earnings calls, they discuss the existence of these customer connection scores. They want to make sure that everyone has a positive experience at Starbucks, but doing so when using a drive-thru or a mobile app is becoming more and more difficult. You're attempting to enter and exit. According to Starbucks, Those ideals also show in the way that their stores are designed. They actually choreograph the products you will find in the shop, right down to where the water basket is positioned within the shop. They desire for everything to feel quite identical. Starbucks has long emphasized the importance of its internal culture, which it claims is based on a solid partnership between management and staff. The employees at its locations are referred to as partners rather than employees or baristas. And this is a key component of the business's philosophy. One reason why this is that each of these partners does receive stock in the business, which is called beanstalk. In the future, that connection might look different at various Starbucks shops. After 2 out of the 3 Buffalo businesses approved unionization. Since then, Starbucks has invested a significant amount of time and money in resolving this problem. Also, management have made numerous trips to Buffalo to meet with employees and attempt to grasp their obvious concerns with the business. They refer to unions as an intermediary because they wish to keep a direct line of communication with their employees. They don't want that connection to be broken. Nonetheless, many employees claim that they desire a closer working relationship with the business. A declaration made to the Starbucks stated in a Wall Street Journal article that Starbucks' past, present, and future success is built on how we collaborate, always keeping our purpose and values at our core. We've been really front about the fact that we don't need to be united at Starbucks because we work better as partners together. And nothing has changed that conviction. They are the biggest coffee chain in the world. Although they have a strong market position in terms of coffee sales and are frequently associated with the culture of coffee shops, they are under growing threat.